I have recently read The Giver, which is a very good book, but before I bore you to death, let me tell you about the story with a summary. It all begins with Jonas as an 11. They are sorted out by age until December when they go into a new age. They are then sorted into a new age such as 9 into 10, 10 into 11, all the way up to 12. When they are at 12, they begin their new life, getting a job and a spouse that they will have for the rest of their merry little lives. Jonas and all the other families are only allowed to have 2 children, a boy and a girl. A few days before the ceremony of New Age, Jonas's father is met with a terrible fate. A newborn may have to go elsewhere. He made up his mind to let the young newborn stay in his home. Jonas doesn't really pay attention to this newborn and lets his father handle it. At the ceremony of the 12, Jonas and his peers are required to sit at the number given at birth. He is number 19. He watches as all his fellow classmates get their job. But when it is his turn, he is ready to stand, but they just skip over him. They went from 18 to 20. He just keeps thinking that he did something wrong. Maybe he was going to go elsewhere. He did not want to go elsewhere. He waited and waited till the last person was called, hoping that they just didn't forget about him. But it seemed as though they did. But then something happened. They acknowledged him and told him to come up. He walked around and they told him that he was the new receiver. Though he hadn't known what a receiver was, he knew he was going to find out. He was handed a folder that contained his work information. When he got to work, he was described through the simple tasks of being a receiver by a past receiver. He laid on his stomach as he walked through some memories of the past. One night, Jonas's parents were getting tired of the young newborn's Gabriel's constant crying and screaming at night. They were ready to give him back to the other neuterers. Jonas was offered to take the blue-eyed baby into his room for the night. Gabriel quickly fell asleep, and so did Jonas. Later that night, the baby woke up crying. Jonas put his hand on the baby's back and accidentally gave him a peaceful memory, which he had no idea if he was even supposed to do that. Jonas had no longer control or had that memory. It was now Gabriel's memory. Now, I won't spoil the rest of the book, but I would definitely recommend this book to people my age. It was a huge mix of future thoughts. It was also narrated by third person. You don't normally see that, so I think that's really cool. So for all of you sci-fi fans, you'll definitely like this.